Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Adobe Live here on Behance. I'm Kathleen, and I'm here with Timmy Ham.
What's up, guys?
I am Sloth.
Yes.
Welcome back to the stream. It's your last day.
I know. I'm so sad.
Aww.
This has been such a fun experience. Everyone at Adobe is so awesome, so thank you.
I agree. I think we're pretty great, especially the people at the coffee bar. The best.
Yes.
So it's your third day of live streaming. How do you feel about live streaming? I know you've done it before.
Yeah.
Will you do it again?
I love live streaming. It's super fun to engage and just do art. It's like you're doing art with a bunch of friends. It's even fun. It's a little bit more fun having someone you're doing it with, a moderator. You know, you just like conversation. So that's a first, which has been really, really exciting. But I love it. Yeah.
That's awesome. We've got Axel in the chat, Jessica, Heidi, Walter, Pape Inc. is back, Sebastian. Hello, everyone. If you are new to Adobe Live, we are here pretty much every Tuesday through Thursday covering different topics every week. This week it is illustration, a topic that is near and dear to my heart. And next week we're going to be doing some video stuff back from NAB. Very exciting. But we have Niladri from India. Super cool.
Hey.
Anna says, Timmy, just secretly move in. I doubt they'll notice.
Just gonna build a house under this desk.
Right. Sarah was literally saying the same thing like right before. She's like, I'm just gonna go find a closet and live in there. Awesome. Cool. So if you don't know Timmy and you haven't checked out the previous streams, maybe you can introduce yourself real quick.
Yeah, so my name is Timmy Ham. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I do a lot of digital illustration as well as street art mural work. I mainly am working on the iPad Pro lately and using Adobe Draw. Been doing art for, 8-10 years, so just having fun.
That's awesome. And you've been working on 3 different pieces, or is this your second?
Yeah,
piece?
so today, we finished one piece yesterday. Should I show them?
Yeah, show.
So let me bring it up really quick. This is what we finished yesterday. What did we name her? It was like Wendigo.
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 Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Her name is Wendigo. So we finished this yesterday. Finished the color. This one was super fun. Just did the outlining and color. Yesterday we finished the color. And then today I'm gonna be working on this like desert parrot.
Cool. That you've drawn traditionally on paper.
Yeah. So what I did pre-stream is just took a picture, and then what I do is I load that into a layer, and then I'll bring down the opacity and kind of recreate it. I always like to do an original piece of art just so I have that for my own self.
Right. And your website is I Am Sloth?
Yes, iamsloth.com, or you guys can follow me on Instagram at iamsloth. Hit me up there.
That. Twitter.
Twitter at Timmy Ham. Wish I could have I Am Sloth, but.
Oops. Nice.
So.
Yay, it's the parrot, Jessica says.
Yes.
She's excited.
It's gonna be fun.
Cool. So, how do you start one of these bad boys?
Kind of like my process is, I'll take a picture, put it into a layer, and then after that, I will outline everything basically, and then I'll do kind of like the detailed outlines, and then from there, I just go into the color. And this one's a lot more, it's way simpler, if that's a word. It's more simplified.
Keep it simple. More simple.
Than the piece we've been working on for the last 2 days. So this one should be able to fly through today and finish everything. So you guys will get to see a full piece in one sitting. So
awesome. So you have about an hour and a half to get that done. And then we're doing something a little different today. I don't know if you were hanging out during Logan and Sarah's session, but they did portfolio reviews in lieu of a challenge. So we're challenging you to submit your Behance portfolio if you are interested in getting a review from 2 creative people.
Yes.
There's a link in the at be.net/live right above the chat pod. Info is there, and we'll be doing that in about an hour and a half. We're going to space. We're going to do the review up in space.
Are we going to wear the space helmets? Maybe.
Are we ever? Now that you say that.
Epic. Cool. One thing I forgot to mention about the parrot, this desert parrot, is he's kind of supposed to be melting.
Oh, I see.
Arizona is where I'm from, is like crazy hot all the time, and I have a tendency to make, when I'm doing art that relates to Arizona, I try to make it like melting sometimes. So it's kind of fun.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like you do a lot of that in your work. You kind of mash two things together that don't really go.
Yeah, I love doing that. It's kind of like my life.
It's kind of like my life. Two things that don't go together.
Yeah.
Football player turned
Artist.
parrot maker.
Parrot maker, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jimmy was actually wondering, what sports do you follow, if you follow any?
This is gonna sound really lame. I don't watch sports really.
No sports?
I used to really be into like watching extreme sports. But you know, when I was playing sports, I just loved playing. I just really wasn't someone that followed a lot of sports, unfortunately.
Right.
Every now and then I'll definitely watch like our local teams, like football and sometimes basketball, but yeah.
Jimmy, are
Not
you
that
disappointed?
exciting.
Yeah. Jimmy, what sports do you follow? I don't follow any either, so don't feel
cool.
too bad.
I just love playing, like going out and doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I watch it, it just makes me like want to go outside.
Yeah.
So.
Like, all right, I know what I'm gonna do now. Go play. Jose says that he has been following your work for a really long time.
Awesome.
Really cool, Jose. I had no
Welcome,
idea.
Jose.
He says now the only thing I need is an autograph.
Yes.
Yes. What's up, Ryan? He says hello, hello. Nice. Welcome back, Maria. Niladri is interested in seeing your sketchbook. Where's a good place for people to find sketches?
I think the best place to see those kind of like BTS, like the behind the scene kind of things, would be Instagram stories.
Oh, nice.
And
stories.
YouTube. Right now on YouTube, I told myself this whole next year, 5 days a week, I have to like draw something or create some sort of piece of art and then upload a video. And so that's kind of a fun place to see the process, I would say. But Instagram stories, like I'm always like, whatever I'm sketching or I'm drawing that day, I'm always posting kind of that behind the scenes.
Right. We see
content.
your live melting parrot here.
Yes.
And your Wendigo.
Yes.
You just posted this. We haven't seen this yet.
That was
It you.
yeah.
It Grayson.
Grayson, my sidekick.
All right, where am I? Nowhere. I'm in the thumbnail. I guess that's all that matters. So everyone go follow Timmy on YouTube if you're interested for content over there. Oh, Bruno has a good question, saying that you don't follow sports, okay, but do you follow artists? Do you have any suggestions?
Ooh, yeah, we were kind of talking about this yesterday. I've got a couple super rad people that I have followed for a long time that I really kind of look up to. I could name two. One is their brothers, Shelby and Sandy, and they do awesome like canvas paintings, a lot of pop culture references, and their art is super clean, bold colors, beautiful lines. They paint everything. I just love their style. And I think they're out of Venice or Santa Monica.
Nice.
One of the two. They're pretty much the same place,
LA.
I guess. Yeah.
Very cool. So how did you discover them?
I actually, years ago, I was custom painting a bike for this opening party of a bike company down in Venice called SLOTH Bikes, and one of the brothers from Shelby and Sandy had done a piece for one of the owners of the company, and so I loved it, and that was kind of like before they came like celebrities, kind of.
Oh, wow.
So it was like I had just been following them, and it's been really fun to watch them like just totally slay it. Now they're doing all sorts of really big deals and all sorts of cool stuff.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Sander says, Timmy's vlogs made me addicted to Sharpies, Bristol paper, and Sakura micron pens.
Yes.
What's your favorite width of micron?
Ooh, I have 3. I don't think I have like, well, okay, I do have one. If I could pick between any of them, it would actually be the number 1 that is, it's more of like I don't know the correct term, like the normal pin type, not the flat nub. Like I think it goes 0, 0, 5, 0, or 08, and then 1.
Okay.
I like the 1. But if I had 3, I'd go 5, 8, and 1.
5, 8, and 1.
Not the brush one, the other one.
Right.
There's another one.
So the 0, 5, 0, 8, 0, 1.
Yeah.
I used to love the 0, 0, 5.
That's a pretty prime one.
Yeah, like I used to be really into these really tiny little sketchy doodles.
They go super tiny too.
Yeah, that's the tiniest one. And now whenever I use it, I just think about the fact that the tip is gonna get ruined really quickly. I'm gonna have to buy a new one. So I just don't even want to use it
And they're
anymore.
not cheap.
Yeah, like they're not super expensive, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm an adult now, I have to buy these things.
Right.
So annoying.
I think you need a sponsorship.
Micron.
Yeah.
Hello. There is actually a really nice pen company in San Jose called Jet Pens,
Ooh, jet pen.
and they have awesome stationery and especially a lot of artist tools, and that's like where I live. So I'm always like, hey, Jet Pens, can you send me some stuff? Can I come see your office?
That's awesome.
Let me in, Jet Pens.
There's actually, I'm a little jealous of San Francisco because we were walking around the other day and there's a ginormous art store like right down from our hotel called, I think it was Blick or Blick Supplies. We need those in Arizona.
You don't have Blick in Arizona?
No, we have a pretty good art store called Arizona Art Supply, which is good.
Yeah.
But it's nothing compared to the Blick. Mm-hmm. That place, it seems like they have a ton of stuff.
Yeah, Blick is awesome for pretty much any kind of art that you want to make. Yeah, Nathan knows Jet Pens. I love it.
What about markers? Do you color with markers ever?
I have markers, but I don't really use them very much. I don't really,
You're mostly digital, right?
I was going to say, I don't really do a lot of coloring traditionally. I do a lot of line work traditionally, though.
Yeah.
So a lot of pen stuff. But I like colored pencils. I think that's my favorite.
I used to do way more coloring on paper, but then it's like once you kind of evolve to digital, it's like...
You're like, why would I...
But it looks so much better on the computer.
Right, and it's so risky on paper. It's if you mess up, you start over.
Yep.
It stinks. One thing that I do really like about coloring on paper, though, is that if you know the technique really well and you have it all planned out, all you have to do is execute the technique, and it's almost like mindless.
Yeah.
It's just really fun to see it come together. But I guess you could say that for digital also. Nathan says that he's trying to get more into Copic or Copic markers.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got a couple of those. I've always used Prisma.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's what I started with.
I think that's just because it's just what I had available at the time.
Right. Someone said something interesting and I lost it. Darn. Oh, Pape Ink says Montana paints for the win. Those are the
Yes.
markers you use, right?
I use those all the time for canvases. Or like
'cause of the texture?
murals. Yeah, and the Montana paint pens, it's an acrylic based paint. And it's pretty much what comes out of the spray paint can. So like if you do stuff outside, or it will last forever. And
That's really cool.
Yeah, the paint's super opaque. It's really
So
fun
could
to
you
work with.
like draw on a t-shirt with it?
You could, but the ink is so runny that it would probably bleed on a
Right.
t-shirt. Yeah.
Gotcha. But on kind of a non-porous surface, it's really
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Jan Eric, pop quiz. How many Red Bulls has Kathleen had during these 3 days? 0. This is not Red Bull. This is water. I'm just chugging Red Bull all day, every day. Actually, didn't we talk about rock stars yesterday?
We did.
And how I would probably die if I drank one now. So Fulger is wondering, what about Staedtler fine liners for line work? Staedtler's really nice too.
Yeah.
Or Staedtler. I like their pencils.
Have you ever used a zebra pen? The like
Yeah.
silver ballpoint pens?
Oh yeah, they're really they're juicy.
I loved those.
They have them, at least a type of zebra, in the supply closets here, and I'm just like, I'll take one.
Right?
Thank you very much.
Whenever I went to like the store, if I saw those, like, oh, I'm buying one. Mm-hmm. And I like would never use it, but then I just wanted it
Yeah.
to have in my pocket.
Just in case. Gotta have that fancy pen.
Yeah.
Oh, I love seeing people encouraging each other in the chat. Maria is checking out Martin's portfolio, saying that he has an awesome use of color. If you didn't know, you can click on each other's faces if your face is what your icon is. And that'll take you straight to your Behance portfolio. You can follow each other, appreciate each other's work. Anna says, I'm pretty sure Kathleen is the stuff that caffeine is made of. Really? Okay.
I wonder, do you think they ever have plans to add a pin tool in this?
Like dropping points and things?
That could be cool.
Adobe, hello?
Right?
Can you answer our question? I know that a big...
But I guess it's called Adobe Draw. So
Right. Like it really is supposed to be a drawing tool.
Yeah, makes
But,
sense.
I mean, since it's been released, so many new things have come with it.
Yeah.
So who knows? Could be. How about a Pentel sign pen? Ryan, I've never used one of those. Have you used one?
I haven't.
Pentel's good though. I like their brush pen or their pocket brush. Sisse's wondering if you've ever used Comic Sans in your designs.
Comic Sans?
The typeface, yeah.
I don't think so. I don't really love to use, if I have to use type I will, but I'm not a huge like put text on art.
Right.
A lot of times I just don't know what to do with it. I'm like, well, it's hard for me to work it in sometimes. I wish I was really good at the whole typography.
Right, or just hand lettering too.
Hand lettering is like, those people they blow my mind.
It's crazy. I feel the same way. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, just the consistency that you have to be able to do everything perfectly aligned and shaped and like,
Right.
it's impressive.
There's a bunch of different styles. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I think hand lettering is one of those things that if it looks off, even if it is supposed to be kind of like a fun, whimsical style, if it looks off, it looks off. Like you can't really fake it super well. So it's like, you gotta be good. You gotta know your craft. I really love pairing words and text with images, but I don't like laying out type. Like it has to be hand lettered.
Yeah.
Or else I'm just like, I don't get it. I'm not a graphic designer.
So I'm cheating right now. I'm using the circle tool.
Not cheating, Timmy. Really
Circles are
nice.
just so hard to draw.
It's true. Have you ever practiced them? Just like over and over
I
again?
used to, my wife, when she was a teacher, I would try it on the whiteboard. Have you seen people where they do like they take their hand, they try to make like the perfect circle?
Yes.
Oh, I was horrible at it.
Man, I was at a point in art school where I could draw a pretty good circle. Actually, I talked about this yesterday, but my first year of college, I was going towards graphic design, and we took a technical drawing class for like industrial design, pretty much. So you had to like make everything perfect, and I became very good at drawing circles. But I think I've lost it.
They have competitions for that.
Do they?
Yeah.
How do they tell? Like
I
with
don't
the
know.
compass?
I'm sure, but they have competitions of like who can draw the best circle.
Man,
So
gotta be good at something.
maybe that could be your second career. Second
Put on my
half of life.
resume.
Yeah.
Really good at circles. Rob Zilla's in the chat. He says it's not cheating to use the circle tool.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah,
I appreciate your support.
He is the law when it comes to Illustrator Draw, so whatever Rob says goes.
Yeah, I know Rob was saying on day one, I do the whole redraw over, but he was talking about using Adobe Capture, which is definitely something I am gonna start dabbling with.
Dabble. There it
dabble.
is. That was the first use of the day. That's awesome. Everyone is saying that they're tempted to get an iPad Pro after this. That has also been the theme of the week. Should we get iPad Pros? I think the answer is yes. Should. What's up, Elena? Thanks for being here. Martin says you're a real artist if you can draw a perfect circle on a paper.
There you go.
It's proven.
Change this up.
Hey, Noah. Thanks for being here. And maybe Adobe Live can tell me what the giveaway is for this stream. 3 prints?
What?
Whoa, mega giveaway.
It's like
no
the
wonder.
Price is Right today.
Yeah, dang.
This
Come
is
on
a
down.
good day. Is it Friday?
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's Friday light.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna be doing a giveaway in about 10 minutes, everyone. And we're gonna give away our classic Adobe Live prize of these 3 amazing prints. One of them is a Robzilla print,
Yes.
which is very cool. Mr. T.
Woo.
It'll come nice and printed out for you to put on your wall. Anyone in chat? Does anyone in chat have these prints? Probably. I went to the mailroom today in the office, and Mr. T was up on the wall in the mailroom. I was like, hey, I know that guy. So we got this one. We've got Christine Herron's travel tags. We got Jingwei's pool party, my favorite one. And then we're also going to be giving away, is it just one person will win all of this? One person will win all 3 of those prints, plus Illustrator lapel pin.
Oh, I need an Illustrator pen.
Huh? Oh, I'm getting there. And an Illustrator, I almost said pencil sticker.
Yes.
Put it right there. Boop. Perfect. So you'll win the prints, the lapel pin, and the sticker. Who's it gonna be? In about 10 minutes, we'll do that giveaway. All you have to do is be signed in on Behance. If you're chatting right now, you're signed in, so that's awesome. If you're just watching maybe on your second monitor, maybe your boss is behind you, you don't want him to see, make an Adobe ID during your lunch break or something in the next 10 minutes. Log in, and all you have to do is be active in chat when we say go, which will be in about 10 minutes. Heather says, lapel, pin, hype. Yes. Oh, Mitch, you just had to embarrass me. One day, I called this a lapel pin.
That's something I would do.
Okay, Timmy, thanks. Thanks for being on my side. But people just, they always say lapel? Lapel? No, it's lapel. I'm educated now.
Is it lapel or lapel?
La play. La play. That's awesome. Nathan says, I'm my own boss. Mwahaha. So he doesn't have to worry about anyone looking over his shoulder.
Fancy.
But where's
You
the...
just have to worry about the money coming in.
That's true. Yeah. No boss to hand you a paycheck.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a great idea, Robzilla. He says, with your style, Timmy, you could create a library with a ton of assets in Shape or in Draw, also in Capture, and then you could sell them on Adobe Stock.
Ooh.
Another revenue
Another
stream.
paycheck.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a little one, probably.
Hopefully, Rob, you're not going to try to take a finder's fee for giving me that idea.
Oh, no, Rob. He's going to show up at your door. Be like, money, please.
That's a great idea. Thanks, Rob.
Lapel means spoon in Dutch. Oh, so fugar. That's interesting. Big Yanni, who won the challenge yesterday, right, Big Yanni, is wondering what is the most challenging part to being an illustrator, or what's the most challenging part of your job?
Are we talking art-wise or just in general?
Tell the whole story.
Shoot, okay.
Because you're providing for a family, you're also
Yeah.
pursuing your dreams.
You know, I think one of the hardest part is just having patience to let your career kind of unfold. You know, like I feel like, I'm not saying you can get really good at art really fast, but I definitely think you can, if depending on how much you practice, you know, you could advance faster than your career will catch up.
Right.
Like you can be past that to where like not everyone knows what you're doing and you haven't really established yourself. So that has always been, especially starting off, was always a really hard thing for me, is just being patient and letting like everything kind of unfold and learn the industry and networking and meeting people and just growing, I think, you know.
Right. It really is just a journey. And
Yeah.
a lot of it's like almost a waiting game.
Yeah.
Like, all right, when is the thing gonna happen?
Totally. And then, you know, I have three kids at home and a fourth on the way, and so supporting a family as an artist is, I mean, I think supporting a family at any profession, working on your own, is challenging. So
Totally.
but you just have to be super creative about, you know, work and jobs and all of that stuff. So that's definitely been a challenge, but a fun challenge because it pushes me, you know.
Yeah. You're definitely growing because you're forced to.
Yeah, you have to. It's a sink or swim game, and I think that's kind of something that I like about it. Is similar to sports, it's like what you put into is what you get, and when you work for yourself, that's exactly what happens. You know, if you are not working every day towards bettering yourself, or, you know, doing X, Y, and Z, or networking, then, you know, you're not going to get work, and you're not going to be able to pay your bills.
That's a really interesting metaphor of like also how sports maybe have influenced who you are now, just as a person who has a career, but also an artist?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's that hard work?
Yeah,
Patience?
yeah. In sports, it was like you could train and you could work out and you could do all these different things, and you would see the results on the field, and they didn't lie. And so, like, for me, when at my first job, I worked for an outdoor advertising company for a couple years, and it was always a struggle for me because sometimes, no matter how hard I worked, it was just because I hadn't been there long enough, or there's other people above me that should be there, and so I liked the idea of like there's no ceiling, you can go as high as you want.
Yeah. That's really cool. A lot of people are saying, congrats on having four kids.
Thank you.
Jan Eric says, my condolences on having 4 kids.
Final 4.
The final 4.
Yes.
There'll be 4 more after this. It'll be the final 4.
We'll have to drive my bus everywhere.
Yeah. So what's the story with this bus? Where did you get it? Why did you get it? Was it an accident?
It was not an accident. For anyone that wasn't around on the first day, we were talking about this school bus that I own. And it's a big white school bus that I kind of redid. And originally I had this idea to buy one because we do pop-up shops with my merch line around Arizona. And I was just searching around and I found one on Craigslist and we went and bought it. Actually, Grayson came with me to buy it.
Nice.
And
Is Grayson here?
He is.
There he
He's
is.
editing my vlog.
Exposed.
And we gutted it out and made it into kind of like a mobile office / like adventure.
I love this.
Mobile, and so we use it for pop-up shops and road trips. I've set up like canvases on the side of it and done like 20-foot murals and just lots of fun different things.
You can see in this, there's some art in here.
Yeah, that was actually, I was doing art for DJI. And so we went to the dunes, and they wanted me to use their drone. So we went to the dunes, and I did it. I did the art on top of like a dune, and we used the drone to get like different footage.
What? I bet it was like really well lit.
Oh, it was,
cool.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Wow, I'm really inspired to get an adventure mobile now.
It is amazing.
You can sleep in it. You like don't have to.
That's the best part. Is like I love camping, but when you go camping and you don't have to like do anything, you just like pull up.
That's
and
awesome.
then you just hang out is the best.
Yes.
There's no setup involved.
Man.
It's cheating, but.
It's not. What?
I'm a driver now.
Yeah.
Are you?
I taught Grayson how to drive it. Well, didn't teach him, but he's a good driver.
Yeah, you're old enough. You can drive, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Wayne has a great question. I believe Wayne is located in Florida, so he's wondering, how do you manage networking not being in New York or California?
Ooh,
such as
great
you are?
question. The social media.
The medias.
The medias. Twitter and a little bit of Instagram. And honestly, there's some relationships in the past that where like they're really valuable to me. I will literally make a reason for me to go to wherever they are just to meet them, and hopefully I can find some sort of work there or make some sort of money while I go visit, just to make that relationship face to face. But I've always used a lot of Twitter to network with people. One of the my Twitter hacks is Twitter lists.
Ooh.
And so I've made like a list of all these people that I want to stay connected with and follow. And then I go to that list every single day and I just engage with them, see what they're up to. And then every now and then something will pop up to where like, oh, I can add them value here. And so I'll hit them up. But yeah, I think just using Twitter is a great tool for that.
That's awesome.
For sure.
Great tip. And Wayne, I think you do a great job of doing that on Instagram. He is really, what's the word? Consistent with uploading work. It's awesome. Ryan is saying, real estate must be so good compared to Vancouver. I can't imagine having kids at the moment. I'd be driving a school bus for extra money, probably.
Yes, that's actually one of the reasons why I stay in Arizona is the cost of living is insanely cheap compared to, SF or New York.
Yeah, both those places.
Yeah, it's like pennies. So it's a huge advantage to be able to be an artist and, full-time and have a family.
There you go.
It works out.
I think that's a great, it's not really a sacrifice, but it's just more like a strategic move.
Yeah.
I gotta do this so I can do this.
I mean, the original plan back in the day, like when I first started, was I'm gonna move to LA because it was closest.
Right.
But then I kind of decided, I want to have a family a lot sooner than I thought, and I didn't want the cost of living to get in the way of me actually being able to do what I was gonna do.
Right. That's great.
Especially when you're first starting off, it's hard to make it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's very common. People will move somewhere that might be more conducive after they've gotten a little bit of like a push.
Yeah.
Or they might just go and not have any plan and try and make it.
Yeah.
Who knows? We've got some hype going on in the chat. Yes, it is giveaway time. So, like I said, if you're not logged in on Behance, if you're just listening, now's the time to come over, log in, and just say something in the chat. Maybe we could ask them a question that they could answer. What do you want to know about them?
Should ask them it's not for the giveaway, right? This is just a question, right?
Yeah,
Fun
they're
question.
not gonna win the giveaway
Okay.
because of their answer.
Okay,
we just
cool.
want them to say something.
How about would you rather be able to walk through walls or you pick one. My mind just went blank. Walk through walls or
Be invisible
be invisible?
or whatever one.
And
you're
why? What would be the
Ooh.
reason to having that superpower?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, walls or invisibility. If you are the winner of the random giveaway, this is totally random. We just need you to say something in chat so we know that you're there. And we'll be giving away these 3 prints. One person will win this entire package. So 3 awesome prints. I didn't mention that.
Super speed.
Super speed. That wasn't one of the options, but oh well. All of these were made here live on Adobe Live. So that is really cool. Cool thing about all these, we're also going to be giving away this Illustrator lapel pin. It comes with a little bag for you to keep your pen in. You could actually keep it in the bag, take the back off, poke it through the bag, and stick it to whatever. So you'll win this, and you'll also win, let's see if I can find it, the Illustrator sticker. So we've got the chat going fast. Let's make it go even faster. Let's get it going. And a random name will be appearing. Carlotta says, I love pins. Me too.
Yes. I like lapel pens.
Lapel pins. Lapel maple pins.
Maple.
All right, looks like we have a name appearing in front of us. Would you like to read it?
Sean Flores.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Sean, congrats. I think this is the first time I've seen your name in chat, Sean, so that's awesome. You have good luck. Congrats on winning. You've won the prints, the lapel pin, and the sticker. Adobe Live will be contacting you via your Behance messages, so keep an eye out for those.
Yes, and Sean, if you want to hook me up with that pen, just tweet me and I'll give you my address. You can send it to me.
Some sort of trade. Sean, what would you like?
It's pretty sweet.
Nice. So yeah, he says, OMG, thank you so much. No prob, Sean. Thanks for being here. That means we have about an hour before we start our portfolio reviews. There is a link right above the chat that says portfolio review. And actually, it should be over here. Submit your portfolio if you'd like to get some feedback. It would be awesome if they were complete, uploaded on Behance with a focus on illustration.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, right? We're not going to be too critical, but it is feedback. Hopefully it'll be helpful. And focusing on illustration. So we're going to review 2 portfolios, and each one will get about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Right, so make sure if you do submit that you stick around till the end, because that's when you'll know if you got a review or not. And it's always nice to have the people in chat that we're reviewing, because I'm sure we'll have questions.
Totally. I'm using the circle tool again.
Cheater.
I know.
What are you using it for, the eyeball?
The eyeball,
Nice.
yes. Just getting that eye dialed in.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be perfect. So
Yes,
how do
it
you
does.
kind of balance the nature of the perfect shapes mixed with the really organic kind of
I think,
Ooshies?
yeah, no, totally. That's a great question. circles have to, like, if it's the circle's not like perfect, I feel like it's just like off. Like circles are
One of those things.
so key. I feel like it's so easy to tell if it's off, if it's not symmetrical. Triangles sometimes bother me, but I guess it just depends like what it's used for. Like if it, but like I do a lot of suns behind different illustrations that I do, so the circle, I feel like if it off, it just looks kind of funny. But then everything else is kind of like freehand, like, you know, the little dots and things like that.
Right, but the smoothness of the vectors, especially in Illustrator Draw, which is this app that Timmy is using. I know someone just asked that. It's free. You can get it on your mobile devices. But since it does have that brush stroke smoothing thing, that even if it is like an organic shape, it still feels very crisp and nice.
It's so beautiful. Vectors, so clean.
Yeah. I feel like we have very different design sensibilities.
Yeah.
Because I see vectors and I'm like, too clean.
Yeah.
Arg. But I like this because it has a lot of kind of texture just with the shapes. And if I were drawing a circle, I'd be like, the wonkier, the better. Woo-hoo.
I love that. Yeah.
Ooh, Yanina wants to know, do you have an art movement that inspires you?
Art movement, like...
Is street art a movement? Maybe. Or like propaganda art might be inspiring.
Yeah, you know, Shepard Fairey, we were talking about this yesterday. Shepard Fairey was kind of an original inspiration.
Right.
And also a guy named Johnny Cupcakes, if anyone's familiar with him. He was probably my original inspiration to art. And so he's been around for a long time, has a couple shops, does like limited merch, but he would take like kind of these like pop culture references and like put his own spin on them. Actually, one of his stores was made by someone that did a bunch of work at Disney. So like you go in and it's like a bakery shop.
Yeah.
And like, you open up like an oven, it smells like cupcakes.
Cool.
And, yeah. So he's been, it's kind of a movement, not really though.
Right.
But definitely an inspiration.
Have you ever seen much of Tokidoki?
I love this style. Yes. Super similar, like that. Those like thick lines, the cartoony.
This reminds me of Johnny Cupcake.
Yeah, 100%.
Except with a heart instead of the. But this is really cool. I remember in high school, I was super obsessed with this.
I actually used to have a vinyl toy of that.
The Adios.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Small world.
I love it.
This Moo Moo. Mozzarella.
Yes.
Mufia.
So good.
Awesome. So that's Tokidoki. And Tokidoki is like a Japanese word, but I think the guy who made it, I think he's from Spain, maybe?
Okay. Crazy. I would have never guessed that.
Let's see. Italian.
Okay.
Yes. Very cool. How about you, chat? Do you have different movements or different artists or brands that inspire you? Let us know. I'm really interested to know the different kind of spheres of influence that we have in chat, because I'm sure not everyone out there is a vector artist like Timmy. What's up, Terrence? How you doing? Amaltea says, I'm really liking listening to you guys while I'm working.
Hey, where do you work?
Yeah.
If you don't mind asking.
Or what you doing?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on? What's your work like? When do you get to eat lunch? Make sure you do, and drink water and stand up and stuff. It's important. Ooh, so Fulgur says comic book art and surrealism is inspiring.
Nice.
Pape Ink says Bros Mind. What's that?
Yeah, what's Bros Mind?
Bros Mind playing?
Ooh, is it Musketon? He's awesome, actually.
Nice.
I really like him. I should have said him. Yeah, he's so good.
Oh, really? That's cool. Wow, this is really cool. I love this.
That's sweet.
This is like a nice mixture between clean vectory stuff and kind of wiggly.
I think
detail.
Musketon did like was it the Ghostbusters car?
Musketon.
It was so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got great work.
Nice. All right, what else, everyone? Glenn Jones Game environment art from Steven. Ryan says, I'm inspired by any street art. Yeah, Bro's Mind is pretty sweet. What's up, Benjamin? Jean says, I like having this on too. It's like having people around for inspiration. I freelance, so things get a bit quiet. Agreed. We're not very quiet.
It definitely can get lonely in the freelance world.
Yeah.
I always have something on or listening to something.
Do you ever have days where you're just like, I literally can't today because there's no kind of parameters around you? It's just you?
Yeah, a lot of times when that happens, that's when I get my bus and I drive it somewhere and work, just to like change the scenery, change the flow, because my studio's in my house. I actually like tore my garage apart and made it into this like art studio, and so a lot of times if I'm just working there, I never leave the house.
Yeah.
I'll go to the gym in the morning, I come home, and then I'm at work until it's dark, and then I walk out and I'm home.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, there's
Sometimes?
benefits to it. I like it right now because my kids are young,
Yeah.
and so it's super important for me to see them at this stage all the time and be around them and like have lunch with them and like take little breaks, maybe take like our youngest for a walk. And so that's really fun for me. But I think as they get older, definitely probably change up my situation.
Gotcha. Like once they're all in school all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's really cool. I respect that. Do you find that it's ever distracting, or is there like a good boundary?
It's distracting sometimes, but I mean, to be honest, like I actually a year and a half ago, I did have another office space, and it was like this cool modern place downtown. It was super rad. But it took more time to get there, and it was more distracting because I had a lot of friends there. So it was like, by the time I got there, I'd spend like an hour just talking with people, and then people would come over to me. And so it was actually more distracting.
Gotcha. You're probably paying for it too.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. And so in my head, I was like, well, if I'm going to have distractions, I'd rather it be my 3 little kids,
Right.
Needing something versus something else.
Yeah, you're like, how can I be almost the most useful to my family even while I'm at work?
Yeah, and them distracting me isn't a negative thing to me. It can be frustrating sometimes, but they're only that size for so long, so I always try to have that positive mindset about it.
Yeah, and you get to hang out with your dog more.
Yeah.
Does she hang out with you in
all
your
the
studio?
time? She's always just. Have you ever heard of Lovesack?
Yeah.
So I have this ginormous beanbag, and she's a Great Dane if anyone wasn't around day one, but she just sleeps on it all day while I work. It's awesome.
Love it. She just chills.
Yep.
She's working hard. That's why we got our dog originally, because at least one of us was working from home at some given point. We're like, well, it gets really lonely. Let's get a dog.
Yep.
He's really good at just chilling, keeping your feet warm.
Yeah, I love having a dog.
Me too. I think, not sure who it was actually, but someone was asking, what are your tips just to become a better illustrator? Like basic stuff.
For me, it was a lot of just repetition, like originally before I got a tablet, I was using on the Wacom, and I would just draw things and just always be trying to like redraw on the computer and get used to that flow. I mean, I feel like for me, it's decently simple. I think it's just repetition and practice. And one thing that's got me better as an illustrator is doing art, even like doing something creative, even when I have a creative block, like trying to push through that.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just really common to like, I don't feel inspired today, I'm not going to create. And then you only create when you're inspired, and I think you can only get so good.
Yeah, and that's not sustainable.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I think looking for inspiration, there's probably people that you look up to. I don't think it's an issue mimicking styles and practicing, and then eventually your own flow will come out of that.
Agreed. Yeah, I think that's really true. And how do you like convince yourself to make work even when you're not creative?
Well, for me, it's easy because if I don't get money. So like, so like
go.
having actually, as funny as it sounds, having kids has made me work harder and it, like motivate me to do what I do. But a lot of times, just sitting down and just I have a lot of like you might too. Like if you have go-to illustration elements. Where there's like, I really like to draw this one thing.
Yeah.
You know, like for me, like, oh, I can draw a cactus. And so usually I'll start off with something that is like a safe zone for me.
Totally.
And then I just doodle around it. Usually when I don't feel creative, it becomes just like a giant doodle. But usually in that process is when kind of I get an idea.
Right, and then you're like, okay, now I can start. You got your gas in the tank.
Exactly.
Dusan says that he needs kids so that he can work harder.
Whoa.
That's awesome. Maybe don't go that far, Dusan,
Yeah,
if
not
that's your
yet.
only reason. Wayne says making every day is really important to staying inspired and working.
Yes. Sweet. So I think I'm done with most of the outlining right now. So I'm going to try to find some fun colors.
Ooh.
Maybe we could ask chat if they have anything fun. Do you guys have any
Chat?
favorite colors? I love like asking. A lot of times I'll ask Twitter. I'll post like an ink version and I ask Twitter like, hey guys, what colors should I add? And so if you guys have any ideas, I'll pick one.
Sweet, and we can look through these themes
Yeah.
while they're coming up
These-
with their ideas.
Beautiful picked themes by Adobe.
So good. So what are you thinking? Like southwestern colors, earthy, bright?
I'm probably lean towards southwesty, but then like yesterday we were talking, I always like to add like a really bright color to it. So I think yesterday I picked, it was like a reddish pink. I probably won't do the same.
Right.
Maybe a blue. I think we should do a blue.
Yeah, Mark says pastel aqua or turquoise.
And maybe we'll go pastel.
Yeah, Helen says pastel colors.
Cyberpunk theme. Ooh, that's hardcore.
What? Like metal and cool. Yeah, pastels.
I like that idea. I think we're gonna go with pastel colors. Let's see what we got. Oops.
It's gonna be like an ice cream melting parrot.
Yes. Ooh, I like this green.
Yeah. So do you just pick one color from a theme, or do you use the whole theme?
It just kind of depends. A lot of times I'll try to pick a couple from the theme, and then but then sometimes I'm like, ooh, but I really like these three colors, and I'll just like for the bright color I usually go to a different theme.
Yep, totally different.
But I like this yellow too.
That's really nice. Buttercream.
Ooh. And another thing that I like to do in Adobe Draw is I make all these like little swatches up here. That way when I need to change color, I just drag in and select the color.
Right.
Instead of like finding it in the artwork.
You just know where it is always.
Let's see. I'm gonna do this.
George says he drew something from my Instagram account. Is it on your Instagram, George, or your Behance? Put on your Behance. We'll look at it.
We'll do this teal color.
Yes, this is so summer. It's like Margaritaville.
Ooh.
Parrot heads.
Yes.
Nice.
And then I think it's pretty traditional, but you know, I always add a layer below the outline, a draw layer. And if anyone else was wondering how I get this, you can add an image layer right here, and you can just take it straight from your iPad. You can take a photo, you can take it from the cloud or Adobe stock. So there's like all sorts of different options when you're loading your original artwork in.
Right.
Let's grab this.
And like we talked about yesterday, I'm not sure if it was I think it was during your stream and not Doug's, that you can save your own color themes to your CC libraries, and you can open them in Draw or Sketch or Illustrator or Photoshop. You can make color schemes using Capture, which is a free app. Super awesome. Ashley says that you should make this into a sticker.
Ooh, that is a great idea.
It's got a good silhouette for a sticker.
Yes.
Do you have favorite companies to get stickers printed from?
I've always struggled. I love to just use for stickers and like hats and things like that. I've always tried to use local companies. But I've always struggled with like the sticker scene. It was just
Sticker
like
scene's not good in Arizona.
yeah, it's just hard to find like I want them to be nice quality and cut out a certain way, and it was
Right.
just always seemed like a long process. So this last year, I actually just started using a company called Sticker Mule.
I was gonna say Sticker Mule is local to here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think they're in Oakland.
Okay.
Actually.
They are amazing. They can be a little bit pricey, but smooth. Like you order them, you upload them, you get proofs in that day. It's fast. It's
Yeah.
good quality.
Right.
I love them.
Yeah, the first time that I ordered from Sticker Mule, they like doubled my order. Maybe on accident, I don't know, but I got like 500 stickers for free. I was like, oh, sweet.
That is amazing. I want
still
that to
have
happen to
them.
me.
It was pretty nice, but it wasn't because the stickers were for a specific event. And so after the event, I was like, I can't use these for anything, but I have so many.
Shoot,
So I still just have them. I just give them to people sometimes.
that's awesome. Stickers are fun. Stickers are so fun.
I agree. So do you like stickers or pens more?
Ooh, I like stickers because they're cheaper to make and a little bit easier, and I can make more variety. But pins, I've only made one pin before, and I definitely have been wanting to do more. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've looked into pins, and I'm just kind of intimidated by the manufacturing aspect.
Yeah, I think that's it's just more of a process.
Right, and I'm like, how do you make these? Is it like sustainable? It's metal. It's kind of scary to me for some reason.
Yeah, like vinyl stickers come out pretty much exactly how you designed it. And it's kind of like, one other thing I've wanted to do a lot is patches.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
gotten to patches, but I think that'd be really fun.
I bet that would be a similar kind of process, getting proofs and having to find manufacturing.
Yeah, then you gotta like simplify everything. You know, like you don't want to have as many lines, so you almost have to make it with that in mind that this is gonna be a patch.
Totally. I agree. When I was designing t-shirts, we did a lot of like embroidery on t-shirts or as patches on a shirt, and
Okay.
it's just like a totally different beast. Trying to think of how many threads, what threads are you going to use? Are they going to be shiny? Are they going to be cotton or poly? Like, it's crazy. Jimmy says, my backpack is collecting Loot Crate pins.
Ooh,
Awesome. Do you have any like subscription boxes like that? Loot Crate?
I don't.
Me neither.
I know I can't because I know I would never cancel it.
There you go.
I'd
just
still be
keeps
getting it in
piling
like
up.
10 years.
Yeah. Jimmy, do you like it? I'm guessing you do since you put them on your backpack. These are pretty cool. And I think actually subscription boxes are an interesting business idea, like for artists.
Totally.
I don't know if it's very tapped yet.
Maybe like subscription print.
Yeah,
That
like
would be
get a
awesome.
new one every month, get stickers. I know some people, I think Rocky Rourke actually does like a
Yeah, he does. He does
sticker
it.
pack every
Yep.
month or something. It's pretty cool.
I think the stickers is a great idea. For print, it would almost be like, okay, after a year,
You have so many
your house is gonna be filled with prints. So
from like one artist, unless you get them from a bunch of different artists.
there you go.
You can give them as gifts. That's probably what I would do. Yeah, thank you, Tim. Always spreading the knowledge. This is an iPad Pro with an Apple Pencil. Using Illustrator Draw, which is a free app that you can download. If you have a CC subscription, you can send your work from the app straight to Illustrator. It'll just open up on your computer, and it'll be vectors already.
Like magic.
And we have Photoshop Sketch, which is the same thing, but more Photoshop-based. It's raster-based, which means pixels and textures, and you can send it to Photoshop as a layered PSD. Really cool. Wayne wants to make Illustrator trading cards.
Ooh,
So like cards for different illustrators or for the app Illustrator.
that'd be cool.
Let us know, Wayne. Ashley says, loving these colors.
Thanks. Thank you,
too.
chat.
You did this, chat.
You guys did this.
This is
is
because
awesome.
of you. Reed says that he loves your style and is looking forward to watching your YouTube videos.
Woo.
Woo woo. Did you let like your YouTube know or your Twitter friends that you were going to be streaming here?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yep.
cool.
Posted it all over socials. So it's official. It is official.
It's really happening.
Yes.
That's cool. How have people been reacting Do you like the content so far?
Oh yeah, they love it. Yeah, especially YouTube, they've loved the kind of that daily art project.
Yeah. Nice.
And this is extra exciting because I'm here for these daily art projects. So
Yeah, right.
It's been really fun.
So they kind of get it, I don't know, from different angles.
Mm-hmm.
Naladri says that this would look great on a t-shirt.
Yes, it's got to happen.
It would be a cute little like left chest too.
Yeah,
Make it
just
small.
a little.
Beep boop. We both have left chests today. Little graphics.
I feel like left chest seems to be in, right?
Oh yeah. Very in. It's never on the right, it's always on the left. Couldn't tell you why.
It's all the minimalists
Yeah. Probably.
overtaking, which isn't bad.
Oh, so Wayne wants to make the trading cards for artists and illustrators, not the app Illustrator. Gotcha. Maybe they'll come out with a stick of gum with the artist's stats on the back. That'd be awesome. It can be all like vintage and retro looking, baseball card-esque. Have you ever heard of Captain Sugar Spice?
Me, I have not.
She's a vector artist.
Okay.
Creates similar kind of stuff. And Jan Eric is saying that he's been her Patreon. She sends out cool stickers as part of the pledge reward.
Oh, nice. That's definitely something I've actually been thinking about as Patreon.
Heck yeah.
But I'm not totally sold on it yet.
Because
I don't know. Monetizing your audience is always like kind of tricky, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out just if that's the right thing, because we do sell merch, and so it'd be kind of. I mean, we could still sell merch, but
it's almost like a double dip.
yeah, you know, I always want to be adding more value than trying to take. So
Right. Yeah, that is something really important to think about, especially if not only your work is your brand, but like you kind of are too.
Yeah.
How do I make this viable but not make it seem like you're using the people that enjoy what you make and who you are? It's tough.
So tough. Why can't it just be easy?
Why not? Money is not easy. Big Yanni says that she loves the tiny little moon shape. Me too.
Thank you.
I love those like little icons
Yeah.
and the little lightning bolt.
And just a little, so I put lightning bolts in a lot of my things.
Oh.
In Arizona, we have crazy monsoon storms in August, and we have like the craziest lightning storms.
That sounds awesome.
And so it's kind of like if you live there, you know, like, oh yeah, we have crazy lightning storms. So if anyone's ever wondering,
That's why.
I'll throw those in most of my artwork somewhere.
Man, I miss thunderstorms.
Oh, they're so sweet.
They're so awesome. I used to be really scared of them, like as a child, but now that I don't
I
experience
wasn't
them,
ever until I saw the movie Twister when I was like 5 or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me too.
And then I was like scared of storms.
Right, and I was in the Midwest where like tornadoes.
It's
are
like a real thing.
It's like, oh, okay.
Like, no, this is real. We could die tomorrow.
Good thing we have a basement, I guess. Scary. But I guess we have earthquakes here, so
Yeah.
you win some, you lose all of them.
See, that's why I like Arizona. Arizona, we just have like deadly insects. Like, we have
Insects
rattlesnakes.
or
Well, not deadly, I
reptiles?
guess. Scorpions aren't deadly, but we do have a lot of scorpions. Those
they be
just kind of
deadly?
jack you up. I think maybe for like a small kid, or maybe if you have some sort of allergic reaction
Yeah.
or something.
Have you ever been stung before?
I've actually never been. I've been super close multiple
Really?
times, but I've never been stung.
What's the story? Did you almost step on one or something?
I mean, I probably have like 10 stories about scorpions.
That's
One
so
time
scary.
there was actually when my son was 2, he was stung by a scorpion. It was like in our bed, and it was like this big.
Gosh.
And he was fine though.
He's fine. No big deal. Not scarred for life or anything.
I've almost been bit by a rattlesnake, and that was scary because those are like super poisonous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are not fun.
Were you a small child?
No, I was in high school.
Okay, so hopefully you were...
I used to have this Jeep, and you know how some Jeeps or trucks have the step sides? Mm-hmm. They're like kind of round.
Yeah.
You step on to get in. Well, I had came outside, and it was wrapped around the step side, and I
Yeah.
didn't see it, and I stepped on it.
Eek.
It freaked me out.
Was it like rattling at you or did
No,
it strike at
didn't.
you?
No, it didn't strike because it didn't even know I was coming, and I just
It's
stepped on
probably
it, and when I stepped on it, it made noise. But
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Those are animals you don't want to mess with.
No, not at all. Man, that's freaky, especially scorpions. I hate that they like can be in your safe spaces.
Yeah.
Like in your bed, under your sheets. It's
And
like,
what's
how'd you get
even
there?
creepier is the smaller ones are worse.
Are they?
Yeah, the smaller scorpions, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like, I've been told this ever since I was little, but small scorpions have no control over the venom that they put out. So
They're
they
like, "I'm
just,
sorry, I'm
it's
gonna
just
kill
all
you."
at once.
Yeah.
And bigger scorpions save it, you know, so like they can sting you a little bit. That's why,
Just a tape.
yeah, just a taste. But the little ones, they have no control.
Aw, that's kind of cute.
They just have no self-discipline.
It's like they aren't potty trained yet. They aren't poison trained. Oh no, Renee's back. Welcome back, Renee. She says sun scorpions are crazy too.
Ooh.
What's that? I'm scared to look it up. Sun scorpion. Do you mean like oh, ew, an animal. Yikes.
Oh yes, I've seen those. I've seen those. Those
I'm
are
not gonna show it on screen.
super creepy looking.
Could be very
I'm
triggering.
just thankful that I don't live near camel spiders. You ever heard of those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. no,
I've
thank
seen
you.
the videos.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm out. Bye. See you. Going home.
Never. I never wanna
Zulfikar
be one of
says,
those.
I'm not going to sleep tonight. All right, maybe we can stop talking about this.
No more spider talk.
All right, we've been talking about scorpions. Let's talk about Scorpios. Are you into
Ooh.
astrology at all?
I'm not really. My grandma was always hardcore, so I kind of know about it, but I've never. I don't know what I am actually.
What month were you born?
September 11th.
Not a Scorpio. A Libra, maybe?
Is that Libra?
Libra month. That's my dog's birthday.
Really?
September 11th, yes.
Look at that.
Man.
Crazy.
Okay. Not Libra. What is it, chat? Tell us. What is Timmy? But I was going to say your work seems like it could fit really well with that kind of spiritual, maybe astrological signs. Like you
Yeah.
could do a whole series of them.
Totally.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Maybe like the like stars. Like
Constellations.
constellations. That's the word I was looking
Yes,
for. Constellations
these
would be cool.
things. Beep, boop, beep.
Beep, boop, boop, boop.
Ashley's wondering, have you ever thought about releasing a book of your work?
Ooh. I have actually thought about doing like a an adult color book or something like that. Coloring book. I was toying with the idea of doing a digital download. I didn't know, but then I'm like, would people do that? It'd be cool if you did it for the Apple, like the Apple iPad. Like,
Heck yeah.
like they could just color on in your Draw, Adobe Draw.
Say download Draw, open this, and
Yeah.
just like tell them how to do it. That's amazing. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So
Collab.
yeah, that would be amazing. Definitely been thinking about that, but haven't acted on it.
Ashley says, OMG, yes, do it. That's a great idea. Everyone's saying that you're a Virgo.
Virgo. Psh,
I'm a Virgo.
that's right. I don't actually. Is that good?
Jenna Marbles is a Virgo.
Okay.
So, guess it's a good thing.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Steven's wondering where I'm from. My name's Kathleen. I'm from Ohio.
Ohio.
I live in California. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Jimmy's wondering, have you ever designed tattoos for anyone? A lot of your work looks like it would be perfect for tattoos. Tattoos.
I've designed a couple for people, but there's been a lot of people that just go get my art tattooed on them. And then they tag me on Instagram, and I'm like, whoa.
Why'd you do this?
There's a couple kids that have like full sleeves, and it's only my illustrations.
What?
Yeah, it's like super cool, but at the same stroke, it's like, holy cow.
Man. So how do you feel about that?
Oh, I love it.
Okay. Do
Yeah,
they ask first, or are they just like, look, I did this?
Some of them ask, and some of them don't. But to me, it doesn't. I don't really get too bent out of shape about any of that stuff. I mean, if they post it, a lot of times they're proud that it's coming from the artist, so
Yeah.
they'll tag me and say the artwork's done by so and so. I've had a couple times where the tattoo artist posts it, but almost like it was their artwork.
Right.
I get that they drew it, but that's kind of
But
annoying.
they didn't. They just copied it.
Yeah,
And they say, like, they don't give you any.
they don't say anything about me.
What? Aw, I hate that.
Yeah.
I know it's not the end of the world, but that's a bummer.
Yeah. Could be worse. Like, what?
Could be.
Could be. Maybe not.
It could be the worst thing in the entire world.
No.
Jan Eric says, I'm a Leo. I know I don't sound like one, but I am. People are saying that Virgos are perfectionists. Do you
What?
feel like that?
Maybe. Yeah. In certain areas.
Like what?
Maybe like I'm a perfectionist on like when I have to be really good at what I do, if that makes sense. So like when I decided to be like I want to pursue art, it was like I'm all in 100%. I'm like this is anything and everything, and I can't stop until I'm like
The very
great.
best.
Yeah. So if that's perfectionist, I don't have a problem with like okay, I'm done with this piece, I'm gonna like share it now. Like I'm not a perfectionist in the sense of like I have to like I can't post it because it's not perfect. But
Gotcha. But you just are living this lifestyle and you're pursuing it
yeah.
intently. I feel like I can't be a perfectionist because I really want to be, but it's almost a sticking point for me.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be a perfectionist about this, I'm not gonna get anything done. I'm just gonna be like worried and anxious all the time.
Which isn't good, yeah.
So I just suppress it. Maybe that's not good. Maybe that's the Scorpio in me coming out. Who knows? Chat, let me know. Naladri wants to know, who's your favorite superhero?
Ooh, I'm probably gonna have to say Batman.
Why?
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 Batman voice. He's got cool cars. He's a human,
True.
so he's not like like Superman or anything.
Yeah, he's not augmented.
But that's like my classic superhero. I actually Star-Lord, right, from
yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I love that series, and that guy is awesome.
Yeah.
I love
agree.
Chris Pratt. Like he's so good.
Right. Those are great movies. Zafugger says, I say Deadpool.
Oh,
That's
dark.
it. Yeah. Anti-hero. He says, but Batman's cool. Glad you approve, Zafugger.
They should make a Batman versus Deadpool movie.
I thought you were going to say Batman versus Superman. Be like, Timmy,
It
come
already
on.
happened, right? I actually heard it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. Yeah. Martin likes Superman. Yuri.
Superman's awesome.
Yeah, Superman's pretty cool. Yuri's back. Welcome back. Thanks for being here. Jan Eric says, it's tough being a perfectionist and a Leo. You want total control, but at the same time, you just want to chill in the shadow of a tree, like a sleepy lion.
Or sloth.
Or a sloth. You should make a new astrological sign that is a sloth.
That's a great idea, actually.
And like make a whole thing about them.
That would be a great t-shirt.
There you
Oh
go.
my gosh.
It's
Do I have to
yours.
give you royalties?
No, just at me. It's fine.
That would be awesome. I need as much as I go by sloth and I am sloth, I haven't ever done a proper, like, this is my sloth design.
Are you scared?
I have a hard time I feel like I'm making a sloth look like, I'm proud of it, I guess. I don't know what it is. I've tried so many times. I'm never, maybe that's a perfectionist in me because like that's what I call myself. So
It's
it's
a big
like,
thing.
it has to be perfect.
But it seems like if it's your name, you gotta have a sloth in there somewhere.
I know, I do.
This year.
It's gonna happen. This is the year. This is my year.
This is it. Do. It's your year as a Virgo. Your rising moon and your setting sun are perfectly aligned.
Yes.
I have no idea what
I've
any
been
of that
waiting
means.
for this.
I've been waiting my whole life. Finally, it's your golden year. All right, chat, we've got about 20 minutes until we're gonna start these portfolio reviews.
Yes.
If you're just tuning in, that is the challenge for today. We are going to be reviewing 2 portfolios. They must be updated on Behance with a focus on illustration. It would be awesome if they were totally completed. Like, we want to see portfolios that you would be showing to a future client or employer, or maybe a school that you're trying to get into. And we'll be talking about the whole setup, all the projects, even your bio and your about me, those kind of things. to see if it's
worthy.
If it's worthy. No, I was gonna
I'm not
say
worthy.
where it's strong and maybe where we can help you. Really excited to see your work. We had Wayne was shown last stream. I'm not sure who's gonna be shown this stream yet, so stick around for the next 20 minutes and you will find out who we will be reviewing. I love reviewing portfolios and work.
Are you pretty tough on people?
Not tough.
Honest, though. Yeah.
I always try and find something.
Yeah.
Because, like, what is a review?
Right?
If
Yeah.
they're just like, this is great. It's like, but what else?
Totally.
And I also think that there are, like, objective things you could say. Like, if they're going for a specific technique, you can be like, this is how you can make that technique stronger. But there's also really subjective things like, have you thought of this? Or this gives me this feeling. Is that intended? That kind of thing.
Totally.
It's like a conversation. Yuri says Sailor Moon is her favorite superhero. I can get behind that. Helen, if we submitted in the previous segment, do we need to submit again? Yes, you can resubmit for this segment. So yes, resubmit. Please, please. Have you ever thought of teaching? Skillshare, anything like that?
I haven't, no. I mean, I think it would be super fun.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think, like, hopefully at some point later on in my career, that could be, like, a part of something.
Yeah.
Share that knowledge.
It's so valuable.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
I definitely want to incorporate some sort of voiceovers and things when I'm doing art on my YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so time consuming.
Yeah, especially if you're uploading stuff like 5 times a week,
Yeah.
you've got to make
tough.
it possible.
Lots of super early mornings.
Man, but you said you're a morning person.
Yes.
Have
which
you
is
always
good.
been?
Yeah, pretty much. I think so. Yeah. I mean, growing up, I'd wake up pretty early, and then sports and high
Right.
school and college, like, we always had super, like, in college, my workouts started at 5:30. And so it was like, you had to wake up at 4:30. And so I just, like, years of that just kind of
Yes.
conditioned me.
I feel like I'm being conditioned for that right now. Like, I've always been terrible at waking up early. But I'm on that grind now. Gotta get on that train
Yes.
early in the morning. Sanders says, yeah, do a Skillshare class. Could be cool.
It would be awesome.
This
I
is your
should.
year.
This is my year. Yes.
Tim says 5:30. That time exists. I've never met it face to face. I've only heard about it. Man, that is something that I'm working on this year.
I mean, it's not that intimidating if you go to bed fairly early.
Yeah. How many
Yeah.
hours of sleep do you need?
I'm a solid, like, at least 7.
Yeah, I'm like 8.5 or.
I can go 3 days. I usually do this to where, like, I'll go 2 to 3 days on, like, 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day I'm like 8 or 9. And so I kind of go in like a flow. I have this really weird thing is, like, I work like I trained as an athlete.
That's really
so like I
cool.
have like hard days and then rest days.
Yeah.
And I kind of like go in this like weird flow of like, okay, the next 2 days I'm going to be working a little bit later, but I need to wake up early. And then the third day is like, I'm still putting in a good amount of work, but I'm not waking up at 5:30. I'm waking up at 6:30 or 7.
Right.
You know, and I'm going to bed at 10.
Mm-hmm. It works. That's really smart. Yeah, I think if you know that you're going to get enough sleep, you're going to go to bed earlier, it's really not too bad. Your body just has to get used to it.
100%.
Yeah. Desiree says, I wish I could afford an iPad. Yeah, they are pricey, huh?
You are.
Compared to a new computer, not super pricey, but if you're just going to use it leisurely,
I mean, if you're already making money, you can, you know, write off on your taxes.
True.
If you're a freelancer, or, you know, it is a tool to make money. So if you are doing that, like, there's a way to justify it, you know.
Taxes, huh? Maybe I'll be getting an iPad Pro soon. That's awesome. Niladri is wondering, are you into sports? We talked about this. You don't follow sports, but you are an athlete.
Sports, yes. Random fact, I was invited to try out for the bobsled team.
What?
Yeah, like in 2007. Super random fact in Lake Placid. But I didn't go.
You're like, no way. Not trying to die on some ice. Man, but really, why didn't you go?
I had stopped playing football, and I had told myself I was kind of done with that chapter. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to pursue the creative side.
Yeah, this.
You know?
That's really crazy.
And honestly, there's really like no money in bobsled, so.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just got engaged, we were getting married. It just wasn't lining up.
Gotcha. So this is by George. He was inspired by one of the pieces of work on my Instagram. He made his own little
I love
tribute
that.
to it. So here's mine. Here's his. Yours is cuter, George, I think. I like it.
I love it. I love the outfit, the stripes.
Yeah.
It really breaks it all.
Gonna appreciate you, George. Nice job. Hope it inspires you to maybe create a similar character. Maybe you can make their friend. Who would this windmill girl's friend be? Zulfurger wants to know, did your career as an athlete contribute or influence your style at all as an artist?
Oh, good question. I don't know if it influenced my style. I don't think so. Work ethic, yes, 100%.
Right.
Discipline and habits and all that stuff, 100%. But style, I don't think that much.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I was heavily influenced by like I loved action sports growing up, so that whole scene. I think what originally got me into like trying to do the style is I loved like skateboard graphics.
Yes.
And graphics on snowboards and that whole industry, and so. It was always kind of like, well, I'm never going to be a pro at that stuff, but maybe I could work in the industry somehow.
Yeah, and so I think then as an athlete, this has like inspired your style.
Yeah.
Just because that's what you have always liked. Darina is wondering, can we post links to illustrations that are as an individual project, or should it be all in one project? So I believe we're going to be looking at your entire portfolio. So we'll pick a couple projects from your portfolio. So they can be separate. They don't all have to be compiled, but it does have to be on your Behance and updated. Mark says that your style looks kind of like a team logo or like jersey graphics.
Totally.
So maybe that could work. And I agree. This could be like a cool soccer logo, I think. The parrots.
The parrots.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, and the sun could be a soccer ball.
It's done. Ship it. Who wants to buy it? Esther's wondering who is behind Adobe Live. Is it Gus? Yes. Gus is pretty much always behind Adobe Live. He's the Gus bot.
Gus is the man.
He has 3,000 CPUs, GPUs.
CPGP.
He has a good graphics card. I don't know. He's a computer. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it. Jan Eric says that he updated his profile image. I noticed that. Now it is you. Before it was some sort of character, and I thought that was you also. Naladri wants to know what you will name this illustration.
Ooh. Freebird.
Ooh. Okay.
No, I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep thinking on that.
Chat, what do you think?
Yeah, chat, do you want to name it again? Would love for your guys' input. We're all family here, right?
Yeah.
Can throw some names.
What if he had like a really fancy name?
Yes.
It's a fancy parrot.
He's very elegant.
Yes. He's a dignified desert gentleman. His name could be Percy, the desert bird.
Percy, the desert
Melting
bird.
macaw. Morgana. Ooh. Perico Frito. Okay. Sir Melts-a-Lot.
Sir Melts-a-Lot.
Beatrix. That's cool.
Harry Potter.
Coco. Aw, I like that. One hot bird.
One hot bird. There you
Camel bird. Melty McMeltface. Turkle tank. Bird boy. Elysian. Turquoise. Tim McCaw. Ooh, that's good. That's really good.
go. See what they did there?
Yes. Birdatrix. Heather really wants Burb boy. Burb boy. Popsicle the parrot.
Ooh, it does kind of look like a popsicle, huh?
It's definitely melting. Great ideas. Maybe Tim McCaw is a great option. I'm
Tim
thinking.
McCaw's pretty good. And I actually think, wait, is it? No, I was gonna say I think Toby Keith has a house in Arizona.
Oh,
I was gonna say Tim McGraw does. I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Toby Keith, parakeets, Toby Keith. Maybe. And someone was saying that this reminds them of the Arizona iced tea.
Oh yeah,
Like
totally.
that pattern, the colors. I think I've been looking at this and I'm like, that reminds me of something. What is it? I think that's it.
I don't even think Arizona iced tea is from Arizona though.
No?
I don't think so. I've actually tried to reach out to them. Because I'm like, Arizona iced tea, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we can do something fun together. Let me like paint a mural.
They're in New York.
That's what I thought.
But you should be like, hey, take me to your headquarters in New York. We'll give you an authentic Arizonian mural. Yes, Adobe Live is correct. If your portfolio is not reviewed in about 8 minutes, then please share it again in the next segment. So when Alice and Meg are streaming, and it will be considered one more time. Okay, we got about 8 minutes, and we're gonna start our portfolio reviews, and that will hopefully take us until the end of the stream.
Which is perfect because I am almost done.
Woohoo! Seems like this has been happening. It's like perfect
timing.
coinciding, yes. Ooh, Fadland says thunder. Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
That's a good one.
Thunderbird, yeah. I actually live by a mountain called Thunderbird Mountain.
No way.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So.
Is it made of cool cars?
No.
Stupid joke.
I should actually find out why it's called Thunderbird Mountain.
I feel like the Thunderbird's like Native American spirit animal.
Okay, yeah, because there's Thunderbird Road is like a main road in Arizona, in Phoenix.
Gotcha. Axel says prickles.
Prickles.
Prickles the parrot. I like that. Diana, we aren't on mobile devices here on Adobe Live. I mean, you can watch it, but you can't chat. So feel free to watch on your desktop. be.net/live. It's the best place to watch. Cactical.
Tactical.
Tactical cactical.
I like that.
Steven. It's a good name. So what are these final details that you're adding? Are you kind of just making them up?
Yeah. I was like, I feel like this needs a little cactus flower over here, so I added that. And then I was just gonna end it with a little sloth tag.
Nice.
But no, I actually love the colors. So thanks again, chat. These colors were super fun. The pastel colors are awesome. Summery.
What's up with the 2 horizontal lines that are in some of your work?
Right here.
Down.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, the squigglies.
I literally just started doing that like last week.
Oh, gotcha.
I haven't figured out why I like it, but I like to add something in there that kind of doesn't go like a element. And I was doing it when I was doing that fish work. I think we saw that illustration. I was working on the fish for like a water, you know?
Yeah.
Like I added that at the bottom.
It's a little symbol.
And then since then I've like really enjoyed it. I'm like, I like how it kind of just is there.
Yeah, it's a nice little surprising element.
I'll come up with something good. Oops.
Ooh, Maria says, how about Santos for the name? The halo makes me think of saints for some reason.
Ooh, Santos.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
Santos.
Has a Southwest vibe to it.
Uh-huh. Totally. Love it. Yeah, so apparently you can watch Adobe Live on your iOS devices in the browser. Did not know that. And you can chat. That's cool. Got about 5 minutes until we start these portfolio reviews. Woot woot. If someone were reviewing your portfolio, what would you think would be the most helpful stuff for them to tell you?
Probably where I can, places I don't need things. You know, how I can simplify stuff. I think that's always like the hardest thing for me is like over the years I've really wanted to do less in my artwork. And so areas that like, well, maybe you don't need to add this here. You don't need so many lines, you know, and maybe helping with like the perfect placement of stuff, especially when it comes to like animals or like people.
Gotcha. So you mean like anatomy or just composition?
Anatomy, like you don't need that line here because this line is more important and dominant over here.
Yeah.
I think that would be super helpful for me.
Nice. You know your weaknesses. You know your strengths. That's good. Oh, Wayne, we're on his iPad right now. Nice. Okay, it works. That's cool.
Woo.
Woo woo. Indiana Jones. That's a good name for sure. Let us know in chat if you submitted a portfolio to be reviewed.
Yeah,
I want to see who was brave enough to send their portfolio over.
Are most of people, you think, vector, or do we have like a lot of different styles in chat?
I think we'll have a lot of different styles.
I'm excited.
Yeah, because not all of the creators that are on Adobe Live this week are vector.
That's true. Was it just 2?
So I think it was 2 vector and then 2 raster.
Awesome.
Photoshop-y. Which is interesting because you and Doug have like similar styles, and you also do apparel.
Yeah.
And then Sarah and Meg are both like editorial illustrators, children's books.
And you're hosting Doug too, right? Mm-hmm. And what are you guys working on today?
We're gonna finish up his t-shirt.
Oh, awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're actually printing the design on a t-shirt.
Oh, that's gonna be so awesome.
I can't wait.
I love his design that he did.
Mm-hmm. Super clean. Sam says, I'm scared of vector artwork. Me too sometimes, Sam.
It's actually less scary on the iPad Pro.
Right.
I feel like.
Yeah, because you're not like seeing all the points and the handles and things.
Yeah. The iPad Pro Adobe Draw is very welcoming, in my opinion.
So cool. So let me know when you get to a good place and we can hop into the portfolio reviews.
Cool. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, no, let's do it.
All right, cool. So everyone in chat, we invited you to share your Behance portfolio so that we could give you a little review. There'll be like 10 to 15 minutes of us picking out some projects, looking at the portfolio as a whole, and just giving some feedback. So let's start this off. Let's start with our first portfolio review. I'm excited to see this little transition. We're in space now. Oh, you have yours down? I can breathe. All right, when we take our helmets off, we gotta do a hair flip.
I can't see in space without this, so I need to
okay. Yeah, it's like a football helmet. All right, I'm taking mine off. Hair flip. All right, welcome everyone to our portfolio reviews in space. This is the best place to review, and we're gonna start with our good friend Yuri's portfolio. So what's up, Yuri? I see you in chat. And if you want to follow along, maybe her link will be posted in chat, but it's behance.net/YuriTakas7D8C. And Yuri describes herself as a graphic designer and illustrator.
Pretty.
So you can obviously see right off the bat that she has a large breadth of work. She does graphic design, also illustrations, even some fashion illustrations. And before we jump into actual projects, maybe we can take a peek at how she describes herself and presents herself to clients.
Awesome.
So what do you think? Here's her bio.
Creative passion, concepting, storytelling.
Cool, I like this little call to action
Yep.
at the end, asking a question of the viewers, saying, let me know, let's talk, let's get some communications going on. We have work experience, internship, which I believe you started recently, so that's awesome. And all kinds of other things. Looks like you have a wide array of work experience as well.
I like it.
Cool, so maybe we can look at a couple projects that are different styles. Which ones do you?
Let's look at that far right. Yeah, right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Cool, these were created on Adobe Live.
Ooh.
So we'll hop into this one. And I really love how this is a one project that holds multiple submissions. It kind of lets someone know, like, this box holds all of these things. They're not spread all across your portfolio.
Yeah, it's all in one place.
Cool, so let's take a peek at all of the pieces that she has in her project. Kind of take in how she's laid it out. She has a little description below. And let's maybe comment on if we think it's cohesive, what she could do to strengthen it next time, and what we like about it.
Cool. So these are all contest entries in one spot, right?
Right, so from multiple different weeks, and they were different. There's me.
Oh, yes.
From different challenges, she's just put them all.
I love how versatile her style is.
I totally agree.
Like, it seems you're almost a unicorn.
Nice.
Like, you can kind of do a little bit of everything.
You're a unicorn.
Yeah.
Unicorn.
Yes.
Cool. So I think one thing that I'll start off by saying is I totally agree. You're very versatile, but your work all has kind of a consistent feel to it. It's clean, but it has this nice kind of dissolvey texture on it, which you can see here, and then you can also see, let's go all the way down here, like on this sweater especially.
Yeah, I really like that.
So it's clean, but it has movement, it's dynamic.
Is it needed?
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was a way to break it up, like bolder projects, like what the creative entry was about.
Mm-hmm.
I think it says that at the top in her entries, or
let's see. All created within 90 minutes during Adobe live streams.
Okay, so that one's dimensional lettering. I'm assuming she has them labeled for each.
But I think that you have a point. Like, if someone is looking at this project, maybe a future employer that doesn't know what Adobe Live is, there's really nice formatting tools in your Behance project, so you could like really lay out some nice title text and some body copy to explain what the story behind these projects are.
Yeah, especially
this.
When you get like higher ups and different people looking at projects, they're always pressed on time.
Right.
You know, so it's like if they get in there and they have like a couple seconds to find something that catches their eye and they're scrolling through super fast and they don't even realize like, this wasn't just one thing, this is all different. They may go, it's kind of all over the place, but.
Yeah. Oh, and I also think maybe, Yuri, I know I said that I really enjoy how all of your Adobe Live contest entries are in one, but you usually submit multiple submissions for each contest, like during multiple streams. So it is something to think about, like maybe you could make different projects for different contests, since you do multiple. But I also understand that could kind of clutter up your Behance portfolio, which might not be what you want.
Is there a way to link out? You could always maybe have something that says like showcase like your 3 in there, or even just 1 or 2, or maybe you're always switching out, and then at the end have a hyperlink to check them all out.
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
you have a landing page, or maybe you can't do that on Behance, I don't think, but I don't know.
Yeah, you could take them somewhere else, but my worry would be that that's just like another leap for them to make.
Step.
But basically, I think we're trying to say that maybe there's another way you can organize to differentiate, because it's awesome work and you want it to be readable and understandable. Awesome. All right, let's go back. And I want to check out this 30 days of poster design because I love seeing these kind of self-imposed challenges on people. This is such a good way to get portfolio pieces if you set a challenge out for yourself, and then at the end you have a story, you have a concept, and you have finished work.
Yep.
Which is really cool.
Agreed.
This is a nice little design choice with the different colors.
Yeah, I
It's
like
like a
that.
small detail. All right, this is my 30-day challenge of creativity. The motive was to create something every day inspired by words and letters that follows alphabets and numbers. All right. Attention.
Nice.
Lots of movement there.
Yep. Be present.
Nice photo.
Yep.
I like this.
I like that concept a lot. That's good.
Floating in a sea of likes.
Yes.
I think all of these ideas are pretty on point for
Mhm.
today's age. What you want, who you are.
Ooh.
This is really nice.
I'm loving that.
I love how simple it is. I know in the previous ones you've had like kind of a quote or an inspirational piece, but this is really just kind of abstract and aspirational.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Ooh,
Ooh,
cool.
niche.
We're starting a little pattern.
All right.
We like it. Yay! These are
Yes.
so good.
Wait, what's she spelling? Is it actually spelling something?
HIJKLMNOP.
Throw in
like
the
her
yellow
style.
there.
Kept going with the color. I love seeing you're building on these ideas. Like, all right, I'm gonna try simple, and I'm gonna add color. Nice ampersand. This is really nice how you have him moving through.
Mm-hmm.
Good use of the shape. And then we're starting a different style.
I like it.
Cute.
Ooh. I like the colors on that.
Ooh, I think this one might be my favorite of the whole of this style.
Yeah.
This is really funny. We saw this in your previous work too, that it made sense because you were making different submissions for a specific challenge and had them all in one project. But this is similar, like you have 3 or 4 of a similar style and then you move on to your next.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad, it's just interesting. I like that.
I like those colors. Those are flowers, right?
Yeah.
Super fun.
I think this is one of your best uses of hand lettering so far in these posters. It's clean and it looks finished, although it is still kind of scratchy and has movement to it. As opposed to this one, I struggle a little bit with. It looks kind of quickly done and not in like a believable or finished looking way. And I know it's hard to finesse these things. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that
supposed to look fun and
that pen tool is hard to use.
definitely, yes. This I know what
I know
this
that
is.
style.
Right. So I really like how clean and finished this
Yeah,
looks.
I love how that passion goes with the box around it, and like passion is kind of like it's saying like your overall thing, and it's
Yeah.
outlining the whole artwork. It's fun.
Nice concept.
Ooh, I like that flower, purple.
I like this hand lettering. It's still fun and has movement, but it's clean. These little aspects of drawn on are nice.
Mm-hmm.
And this is similar to what I was saying earlier. I think I struggle a little bit with this text.
Yeah.
Although this starts to look a little bit like tagging or
Yeah.
graffiti. Interesting. Ooh, I love this negative shape,
Yeah.
fitting your text to the inside. This is nice. I think this style and the styles that I was responding to well above are your go-to hand lettering styles. They're really strong.
I like the white in the dress a lot.
This is awesome. Really mixes like, stylized shapes with
It's really fun.
texture.
Ooh, those shorts.
Yeah, and the shirt too.
Yeah. All right. I like that.
It almost looks rotoscoped. That's awesome. I like how you're integrating your drawing skills with your graphic design skills. This is simple and awesome.
I love it.
This little ad of the splatter right here
Yeah.
might have been included with this photo. It maybe even looks like pollen or something, but it looks like this pink, which is really cool.
I like that.
Ooh.
These
We're
are
both like,
fun.
whoa, successful. I think your more like abstract ideas are your strongest ones.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Nice.
It's cool.
Purple with the yellows, really cool.
Ooh,
Wow.
nice one. Nice work.
Yeah, these strong vector lines mixed with this and this. Lots of texture in your work. Mm-hmm. And that's the last one.
Nice. I wonder, were these 30 every single day for 30 days? Is that how it kind of was, or was it just?
Yeah, let us know, Yuri.
Because that's pretty awesome if you did one a day for 30 days.
Right.
Good work.
Yeah, and if that is the case, I think you contained yourself well. Like you didn't get too, you didn't sign up for more than you could do. These are simple, they're graphic, really strong. Alrighty, why don't you pick one?
All right, let's do the very last one.
Collection of drawings.
Yeah.
All right, like we said, Yuri seems to be kind of like a unicorn. She can graphic design very well, but also draw traditionally very well. So it says that this is a collection of drawing works done over the years.
So kind of like just an overall, is it maybe sketchbook type?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Gotcha.
Oh, so she says that she did them every day, but sometimes I did 2 in one day
Oh, wow.
and then none the next.
Okay.
This
That's
is really
awesome.
nice to see your process.
I love that. Yeah, that process of that.
Look back at this. I like all the different styles of makeup that are shown. Concept is strong.
The earrings are cool too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even
All the-
notice that.
All the different, like they all flow. They actually like kind of flow together. Yeah.
Really nice. All right. This will be the last project that we'll look at.
Oh, I love that.
Nice.
It's fun. Look at, she's such a unicorn.
Yeah,
Look how
right?
good. This is awesome.
This texture is really strong. No,
No
coffee,
coffee.
no life.
Exactly.
Feel ya. All right, so how could we make this whole collection stronger? Because her work's already strong.
Yeah.
So how can we organize it?
I think flow. I like when I look at projects. I like to see like the whole flow of that one project that I click on. So I think that would be my suggestion. Is like for this one, if I think instead of putting like all my sketchbooks in one, I would put like, here's this week's theme
Oh, okay.
in one project that I did on this date, or something like that. I like to see that like consistent theme
Yeah,
when I would click on something.
totally. It seems like that's kind of our critique or our thought of overall is that you are obviously strong in a lot of different areas and you're having a hard time deciding what you really want to focus on, which isn't a bad thing. But you can use just like organization to benefit you.
Totally. Like those black and white sketches, like you could just have you could show all these sketches, but just have them all like that, like black and white, so it just looks super clean.
Right. Cool. So great job,
Yeah.
Yuri. Thank you for submitting.
Awesome work.
Let's hop over to our next one.
Ooh.
This is by Samuel.
Ooh.
And this is awesome because he's using a My Portfolio site. If you don't know, Adobe Portfolio basically takes your Behance portfolio and shucks it into a really beautifully laid out website that you can provide as your professional portfolio. So which one? Well, let's look at the whole thing overall
Yeah.
first. He's got his name. Obviously, you know his name is
Like it?
Sam. Cool. He has his social media here.
I like it.
Let's go over to contact, see how that's laid out. Give me
Cool.
a shout. Easy peasy.
Yep.
And work.
Then you got the work.
Cool. And then before we jump into the work, I think something that's been really helpful for me is not just having this contact and not just having these social icons, but just always having my email address like readily available on pretty much every page.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I was even thinking like your handle, like email and your @ symbol,
Totally,
social or something. But yeah, I think email is a really good idea.
Right.
Because some people don't want to fill that out. Whenever I see those, I don't even fill them out.
Yeah.
Like if I'm trying to contact someone, because it's like one of those things where if you're ever back in the day filling out a job application online, you're like, who's gonna ever see this? You feel like it's gonna get lost in space.
Yep.
So
feels impersonal.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like just having your email, contact me here with an email hyperlinked,
right,
could be just as valuable.
It's really interesting because like I have a My Portfolio site and I know that this literally just sends this person an email. Like that's how it works, but something in our psyche is just like, this is a robot. It's not a real person.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But okay, on to the work. Which one do you want to look at?
Ooh, let's do that character design, Demon Infantry.
Yeah. All right, we got character design developed over the course of a week or so. Led to the final piece. It was all created on the iPad Pro using Procreate and final touch-ups in Photoshop.
Nice.
All right, so we have our finished piece at the start. I really like this little shadow behind it. That's cool. And then we have some concepting. Nice to show the story. Let's see if we can make it big. That's too big. But he's got a cute little face.
Yeah.
Nice.
He reminds me of, I don't know if anyone in chat had ever played the game Street Fighter. Mm-hmm. There's a character in there that's green that has like those long arms and the hair.
Oh. So, is his name? No, that's from Mortal Kombat.
I'm trying to remember his name. He has his powers like electricity, like he
gotcha.
glows in electricity.
I see. All right, so we just have this one concept page and the finished piece. And I think it's awesome that you're setting up this story, like the whole idea. You have the finished piece and you have the concept, but I feel like I'm still hankering for like a
little bit more
sketches.
Yes, that's exactly what I would say.
Yeah, or some iterations on the same character, because this is all the same character design, just different colors.
Yeah, I would love to see even that on white, just so it's a little bit more visible. Mm-hmm. And yeah, some sketches would be awesome. Maybe some like close-up angles. Mm-hmm. But I love the flow of it, and I love the description at the top.
Yeah, right. It's really awesome to see the finished piece first, because you're like, ooh, what am I going to get into? Like, I see how awesome this is. Let's see how it was made. And I totally agree that this on a lighter value would be helpful to me. And I know you did it on like medium gray, just because that's kind of like the safest background. But since he's such a dark character already, there aren't any really bright highlights.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see how awesome it is.
Right.
Like that green, the one on the far bottom, that dark green kind of gets lost a little bit.
Totally. Oh, the guy was Blanca.
Blanca.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Love it.
Cool. But also, I think this is really nicely laid out just for character design and concepting in general. It's like you have your 3/4 angle, your straight on. I feel like who was I streaming with? It was a concept designer, and they're saying that oftentimes you will never see the character straight on like this. So it's really good to give the profile and the 3/4 view. Not saying that this is bad that you did this, but it's just something to think about.
Yeah.
If it were an actual game, you're rarely ever seeing a character looking.
That's actually, I never thought about it. That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a great place to start, but it would be cool to see total profile, a back view, just a turn around.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Wonder if this is for a real game.
I like it though. I love it.
Cool, let's look at another one.
Yeah.
I want to look at this one really quick.
Yeah, let's see it.
Because this is actually something that's going on right now. This is the Daily Creative Challenge. Yes, so if you're interested in pumping up your Illustrator muscles, we do have a challenge for you that you must create 7 illustrations over the course of 2 weeks. You have until April 21st to finish those. So if you want to learn more about that, come over to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel at 6 p.m. Pacific time tonight, and we'll chat about that. But these are his submissions, and he's obviously already strong in Illustrator. So
Oh.
yeah, right? He's using this challenge as a way to strengthen his animation skills.
I love it.
Yeah, we noticed last night that he mimics 3D shape I don't think this is an actual 3D object.
No.
He just like changed the size of that bottom shape.
I love that.
Interesting. Yeah, so I want to learn more about After Effects. I'm going to use this challenge as a way to learn more about animation.
Cool.
So the first day was fast food.
I applaud your discipline to practice more.
Yeah, he's like, this is my year
Yeah.
to do this. Yesterday's theme was furry companion or pet.
Love it.
Yeah, I love the shapes of these, super simple.
Mm-hmm.
I think my only issue is it's similar as the concept where there's no lighter value.
Yeah.
So my eye's a little bit like, where do I look?
Yeah, it's a little, the left guy's a little dark.
Right, I go kind of straight here to this nose because it's just like a bright value.
Yeah.
Oops, where am I? Oh, he animated
Oh.
it too.
Yes.
That's awesome. Link and Zelda. This is sweet. Look at this.
That's really fun. Oh, and the dogs
Wow.
are blinking.
Oh, are they? Blink, 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 blink. That's awesome. Man, yeah, Carlotta says that she wants to learn more about animation. I feel like all of this stuff, it's pretty simple to achieve in After Effects once you kind of wrangle the interface. Cool. So how could we organize this or tell the story better?
Shoot, I love that you have the still and then you go into animation. That's definitely one thing I really like. Maybe there's like a concept phase above
Yeah.
this top one.
Right, it jumps kind of straight into finished and then more finished.
I think that's all. I really love how you have the bold text at the top explaining what each thing is going to be.
Yeah,
I do like that.
definitely. Cool, Sam. This is a really nice portfolio. I'd love to see more projects. I know that's like, of course you're going to post more, but let's get this filled in. It's
Yes.
great. And then I think that's it for our reviews. Let's pop back over to your iPad.
Yeah. Let's get on this.
And since this is the last day, maybe you can go through what you've done the last 3 days. We have
Yeah.
about 3 minutes.
Yeah, all right, cool. So,
Good job, everyone.
yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. So this is what we did today. Basically, we went through the original. Here, we'll show you. Just colors. This was the original ink drawing that I did on paper. And, we went with the colors. We decided to pick pastel colors. The chat did that. Let me show you what we did over the last 2 days.
Miss Wendigo.
Miss Wendigo.
With the little lines at the bottom. That's
Yeah,
where
I
I
see
saw
it.
it before.
Yep. And this one was super fun. I picked some of these kind of Southwesty colors. I love the gold and the red. The blue is nice to go with that. And same kind of similar workflow on this. It was originally a inked drawing. Let me see if I still have it in here. You guys can see that. Nope, I actually think I deleted it.
You're like, bye, I don't need you.
Oh, no, here it is.
Oh, nice.
So you can see that was done on some Bristol paper with Sharpies and microns.
Nice.
And
And the winner of the first 2 days of challenge will win a print of that,
yes,
which is really awesome.
super awesome. So that's going to be really fun. Thank you, Adobe, for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we did this. We did her over the last 2 days, and then the final day we did we come up with a name yet?
There were so many different
What was
options.
the Tim
McCaw
McCaw?
was really good. Bird Boy.
That was a really good one.
Yes, whoever did Tim McCaw, great job.
Yeah, it was great. But no, I just want to say thank you everyone for hanging out and tuning in, and
Yes.
Adobe for having me out here. It's been an amazing time. Everyone at this place is super friendly and awesome.
Glad to hear it.
And you can check out my work on Instagram at I am Sloth, or hit me up on Twitter at Timmy Ham. I love engaging and chatting with people. I'm always posting, work and wallpapers almost every single day. So
Wow. Yeah, and YouTube. Go check out
YouTube,
his
yeah,
5 days a week
yes.
videos. So cool, everyone. We have Meg and Alice coming up next to finish out their streams, and then myself and Doug will be coming back from 3 to 5 to finish out the week. So stick around.
It'll be good.
Thanks, everyone.
See you guys. Bye.